Hello, good evening. Nicola Sturgeon says she would put on hold plans for a second independence referendum if the UK government pursues a so-called soft Brexit. The First Minister wants Scotland to remain in the European single market, and if that happens, she's made clear she would not call for another vote on Scotland leaving the UK while Brexit negotiations are underway. The Conservatives are urging her to rule out another referendum altogether. Here's our political correspondent Glenn Campbell.
Good morning.
Within hours of the EU referendum result, Nicola Sturgeon said it was highly likely that Brexit would trigger another independence referendum.
I'm pleased today to publish Scotland's place in Europe.
6 months on, she proposed a compromise to accept that leave means leave if Scotland, either on its own or with the UK as a whole, is able to remain inside the European single market in a Norway-style arrangement.
It's 8:08. This is Friday morning's Good Morning Scotland with David.
On Radio Scotland this morning, the First Minister confirmed that accepting her single market proposal would put independence on hold.
And what I've said is if we can find a way of protecting Scotland's economic interests, of protecting our democratic interests within the UK, then I'm up for trying to do that. I've put forward proposals.
Taking independence off the table for the short term.
In terms of the timescale of Brexit, that's what I've been very clear about. Am I going to stop arguing for independence or believing in independence? Am I going to stop believing Scotland is on a journey to independence? No, but we're talking here in the particular context and timescale of Brexit. And I'm putting these proposals forward in good faith. I'm deliberately saying put my preferred option to one side and asking people if we can find a consensus and compromise option.
So Nicola Sturgeon will not push for another vote on Scottish independence within the next couple of years if Scotland or the wider UK is able to stay inside the European single market. That's what she means by soft Brexit. The snag is that kind of arrangement doesn't seem very likely at the moment. Unlikely because the UK government wants to curb the freedom of EU citizens to live and work here. And that's not compatible with keeping full access to the single market. Separately, the Chancellor has appeared to rule out a special arrangement just for Scotland. Officially, Theresa May has said she will seriously consider Nicola Sturgeon's suggestions, even though some of them may prove impractical. At Holyrood, the Scottish Conservatives called on the SNP to drop all talk of independence.
Nicola Sturgeon has spent the last 6 months trying everything desperately she can to make Brexit a reason to increase support for independence. And she's failed. And today was her giving herself an escape route. What she should be doing is not just taking another independence referendum off the table for the short term, but should be taking off the table altogether so that we can get on with growing our businesses here in Scotland.
In the 2014 vote on independence, the no side won by 55% to 45%. And opinion polls suggest not much has changed in the 2 years since. Ben Campbell, reporting Scotland, Edinburgh.